All right, today we are working on a Microsoft SQL Server on a Windows agent that is having a problem with no SQL servers were found for this machine. And what's weird about this is that the SQL job was recently set up, things were functioning correctly, but we get this message about no SQL servers. This one even had good backups for a couple runs, and then we ran into this error. Well, this is due to a hostname change on that SQL server. Now, to show you why we're having this issue as far as the configuration goes for the job, because it was working previously, I've jumped over to the SQL server and we're going to go to the agent installation location, which by default is C drive program files. And then I've got OpenText Server Backup here. You could have Carbonite Server Backup or Evault. For this one, the agent is in OpenText Server Backup and then the agent directory. The name of my job is SQL, so I'm going to go down to the SQL.vvc job and then go ahead and open it with Notepad. Now the line that we're looking for here is in the SQL Server 0 section. As you can see here, we've got the name of the server along with the instance that we're doing a backup for. And this is the old name of this particular server. If I open up a PowerShell window here and I type in hostname, we can see it doesn't match. We've updated this, and that's why it can't find it, because it literally is looking for the old name. So I'm going to copy the current hostname. I'm going to overwrite the old one that's in here. From here, we're just going to close that and save it. Now there's one more thing that we need to do here on the agent, which is forcing a reseed of the data. Unfortunately, the way that the agent reads the SQL information from that old hostname to the new one, we have to seed the entire database over again because of the way it stores the pool data. By doing this, we retain all of the retentions for this job, and we don't have to worry about duplicate data on the vault, etc. that's going to not roll off and use up extra storage. This is a little bit tricky, but let's go through this. We have a schedule.cfg file. I'm going to open that in Notepad. And down here in this line, we have the VV backup for this job name. And what I want to do is grab everything from this VV all the way over to the end of the line here. I'm going to copy that. And in my Explorer window, to jump directly to this path, I can just type in CMD. And now I've got the CMD window up to the agent path. If you already have another window open, just make your way into this agent directory. From here, I'm going to paste this line in, but then I also need to add a /force reseed. Now that we've got the force reseed, you're just going to hit enter to run this backup. Keep in mind that this command prompt window needs to remain open for the entire duration of the backup. It is not going to go into the background. If this backup takes an hour or so, then it needs to be open for that entire time. This is a fairly small backup, and so we can see here that it finished quickly. So let's jump back over to Portal. At this point, I'm going to refresh the window to check the current status. Now we do get the completed with warnings message, so let's take a look at the log for why we have that. Under the select action dropdown on the right side, I'm going to select the history logs, and then our backup for today on the calendar, I'm going to select directly on the text. And we do have the previous runs errors in here. I'm not worried about those ones. What I'm looking at is our current run that we just ran right here. And I'll copy that over to Notepad to make it easier to see. So this is the reason that we got the warning in the backup. The quick file is turned off because we did the reseed. And that was the only warning that we got in that backup. Now to verify functionality, let's go ahead and kick off another backup, and we'll do this one through Portal. On the Jobs tab here, on the Select Action dropdown, hit Run Job, and then with the appropriate item selected for the backup type, click on Start Backup. And now with the backup completed, let's go ahead and refresh the Portal interface again. You can do that by clicking the Computers link or hitting the actual refresh for the browser. And there we have it. We've got our YTMS SQL Server in an OK status, and the last backup status is showing as completed. If you have any questions about this process, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and we'll catch you in another video. See ya.